We are back with 3 fights left until the Pokemon League. We've got Volkner here. I basically had to completely scrap my first strategy for this fight just because I thought I was risking too much. I really hate that my Abomasnow has Snow Warning because this fight I think would have been a lot easier. But the Snow Warning, I think weather doesn't go away in this game, so Hail would just sit there. It chips away at his mons, but it chips away at mine too, which means I would probably risk a lot more rolls, a lot more crits than I'd want, especially when I have some Pokemon that could risk getting paralyzed or really need Giga Drain healing or things like that. Like, it just makes those calcs a lot less consistent, and I didn't really want to risk that. So I basically opted to go for kind of a Stealth Rock set here, and we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm not super confident. I haven't played this game in about 2 or 3 days. I took a break after the whole Cyrus shenanigans. We had to lay Milotic to rest, and we've got a new Fairy Water type. I mean, not a new one, but a different Fairy Water type back on the team. We got some encounters. We got, I mean, they were just all bad. I think we got a Chimecho, we got a Mantine, a Pelipper, and a Perugly. Don't get me wrong, Pelipper could be a good mon if it had Drizzle, and Mantine would have been a good mon if I got it 5 gym badges ago, but at this point, neither of those mons are really going to be doing anything. So, this is the team. We'll see if we... This is Volkner's team. I'll kind of let you guys see it here real quick. It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. And we've got some interesting strats. But I think I'm feeling less confident than I was about, like, the Cyrus fight. And, you know, yeah, I'm just going to keep bringing it up. So, let's hop into it. Again, we've got some interesting strats here, some interesting rolls. I do need to get pretty lucky, just with, like, a couple small things, like, based on, like, what the AI might be clicking and things like that. But I feel pretty good about, like, my predictions on a lot of, like, what the AI is going to be switching into, when... I felt the same about the Cyrus fight, you know. You guys are never going to hear the end of that one. I'm so mad. But here's Jolteon. Now, Jolteon should do anywhere between 41 and 49% with Grass Knot. So I'm just going to click Stealth Rock. There's Grass Knot. Unfortunately, because Torterra gets absolutely no priority, for some reason, they just didn't give it any priority. It doesn't have Quick Attack, doesn't have... I mean, I don't know what other priority it would get, but, like, I kind of thought, like, at least Turtwig would get Quick Attack, right? Nope. Nothing gets Quick Attack. So, unfortunately, that means Torterra can't kill this thing, and I really didn't have many other Pokemon that could set up rocks. Gliscor could set up rocks, but Gliscor needs a very specific purpose in this fight, at least that's kind of like what I decided. So, I probably should have Giga Drain there. It's fine. So, I was like, I'm just gonna use Torterra. Torterra can't be crit here, which means we set up rocks, and get Jolteon down to Sash really, really easily, really smoothly, without risking anything, and then the fight can kind of go from there. What this does mean, though, is that obviously another Pokemon has to take out Jolteon. That Pokemon is going to be Gliscor. Scary part about that, if Jolteon gets a crit... What? Okay. We had rocks up, so I'm not actually really upset about that. Is that going to be a problem at any point? We'll see, but I don't think so. Because Gliscor can take any hit from Jolteon, any crit from Jolteon. This could be Will-O-Wisp. This could be Overheat, and this probably could be Shadow Ball. I'm not going to try to protect again. But you took rocks damage, which is all we needed you to do. It should never be Thunderbolt. Will-O-Wisp would be awesome here. Will-O-Miss would be beautiful. You just click Overheat. That's fine. Crit Burn. I mean, I'm not actually really worried at all, I don't think. Yeah. He's going to proc his White Herb here. But we should just get the outspeed. And we are Choice Specs Surf. What? I think the docs are wrong. I was kind of worried this might happen, because I was like, it feels a little weird that both of these Rotoms are modest when they have almost identical sets. We're going to see Jolteon. Jolteon just dies to rocks. I actually totally forgot about that. So we should see Raichu now. Okay. My plans are definitely a little off course. because I didn't think he would switch there. But let's look at rotom. We weren't dead to Thunderbolt, by the way, or else he would have clicked it. But we weren't dead to any Thunderbolt roll without an overheat crit. But still, if he had crit overheat and then Thunderbolt me, I would have been really surprised. Because like this is what his stat should be. This is what his stat should be, and my Tentacruel has 130 speed. So I think the doc is wrong. The doc says he's modest. But I think it's wrong unless Rotom is buffed. But that would be weird. Why would Rotom be buffed? Does it have stats at all? Base stats. But this is just for the regular form. I literally don't know. I think the docs have to be wrong and it has to be a plus B nature. We didn't get punished because of that, but like, if I would have lost Pokemon. Because my Rotom, I think, is certainly not buffed. I didn't bring my Rotom. Okay, this we actually did expect Interflow to come in, so this should be most likely. I would anticipate this is just T-Bolt. So here's what I'm gonna do. Surf would be insane. Focus Blast would be pretty crazy. We could eat a Grass Knot if he decides to click it. He does just click Thunderbolt though. And we were Choice Spexed on Tentacruel, but we are Choice Scarf on Gliscor, which allows us to get some good damage here. And then, instead of baiting Thunderbolt, which has a chance to paralyze us, we're just going to switch in on a Surf here, which is not Stab, it's going to do less damage, it's not going to risk Para, and it's going to get us in super cleanly. And now, just go Giga Drain. T-Bolt comes out here. Para would be annoying. We have Cherry Berry, but Roserade is also supposed to deal with Rotom Wash, which has Thunder Wave and Thunderbolt as well. That's crit. Beautiful. Crit did not kill there. Or non-crit did not kill there. But it wouldn't really matter. 2 would have, and I would have healed a pretty similar amount. That does definitely help this fight a lot out, though. Okay, here's Luxray. This thing is Choice Banded. Really, really tough mon to deal with. So we kind of have like a dual strategy for this thing. Would be surprised if this thing could click Wild Charge here. I'm gonna guess Fire Fang or Ice Fang, though it could be Crunch. I would prefer Fire Fang or Ice Fang. It is Crunch. Crunch actually might be better because it doesn't have the chance to burn or paralyze me. Burn or freeze me. We're gonna go right out into Azu. Defense drop would be problematic. Or crit, which that is. Okay. I'm gonna protect. I think we just have to risk a crit here, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's really like another play. I think every single Pokemon on our team right now is dead to Crunch crit. If he double crits me, like what do you do with that one, man? We'll just see what the chances are. We are 131 HP right now. Crunch. It looks like every roll of Crunch crit would kill us here, but I'll check. Yes. Every roll of Crunch crit kills here. There's really just not much I can do. Torterra's definitely dead to Crunch here. You're definitely dead to Crunch. You, I still need to use. I already know you're dead to Crunch crit because I calced you, and you might not be, but you don't outspeed. So, I'm just going to say he crit us already, and if he crits us again, I actually don't even know what I do if he crits us again. Okay, we're good. And that looks like it did less than it should have. Like, that looks like a crit wouldn't have killed us there. Because it looks like even a crit just looks like it did 55, and Mineral crit should have done 61. So I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe all the natures are wrong. Oh, I have Rivalry on this thing. Oh, that helps so much. Yes, we were not dead to a single roll of Crunch crit there. Or maybe we were dead. We were dead to the highest roll of crunch crit. It has 6.3% chance of killing us if he crit, so we were good. This should be T-Bolt, I believe. What's my answer? Ooh. I don't really want to risk you chancing to click Hydro Pump. You might click T-Wave too. I'm just going to protect. Really, no matter what you do here, Roserade can eat it. Roserade really just doesn't want to get paralyzed. But I think I would rather safely switch into Roserade on a T-Bolt than try to like finagle it with another Gliscor pivot that we did on Raichu. Because this is the last time we need to use Roserade for this fight. So I feel a little safer with that. No para, beautiful. Giga-Drain you miss Hydro Pump. We love to see that. This thing does have Thunder Wave. I was a little nervous of him clicking Thunder Wave, and I actually think that Hydro Pump might not do that much more than Thunderbolt. Is that another crit? Oh my... What? Were you minus special defense? What is... Did the docs just not get any of the natures right? That's how much it should have done. Calking Stealth Rocks, it should have been a guaranteed 2-ko. I didn't do any extra chip damage. Maybe Rotom stats are different? Okay, let's see what you're doing. You are probably like Fire Punch here? Or sorry, Ice Punch, Ice Punch, Ice Punch. Yeah, you should not click anything else here, I don't think. So Ice Punch. I could go to this, but that's a little scary. I can't really go straight to Gliscor. I could go to this. Let's see. I'm going to... I don't actually have an open calc, so we're just gonna do this. What is your name? Electivire. 62. You are Jolly Life Orb. Oh, you're already in here. Oh, that was the wrong one. Life Orb. And you're also fighting. I am a Camerupt. Also 62. You are probably clicking Ice Punch here. There is actually a potential chance I'm dead to crit if my IVs suck. I have 158 HP. Oh my god, my IVs suck. We are potentially dead. And of course, I just got rid of my Azumarill calc. 62, I have 110, and I think I have like somewhere around like 25. Like it's at least roughly there. We are huge power. Ice Punch crit would do 76, which Azu is not dead to. Only problem is if he Ice Punch crit, I might be then dead to Ice Punch. Probably not. And I guess the final thing I should check is there anything that he should... Do I have Chesterberry on this thing? Is that... No, I have Cherryberry. Okay, I was like, what? And let me just make sure Roserade is not dead to anything else here. I have 165 HP and 87 defense. So Ice Punch, Close Combat, Earthquake, or Wild Charge. I expect I'm not dead to anything. Okay. So we should always be Ice Punch here. I'm at full HP, which means we should always be able to do this. This is actually a really good switch for us because it means he's going to take Life Orb damage. There's the Ice Punch. No crit. Beautiful. Which means another Ice Punch doesn't kill. Any other one of your moves, Wild Charge, Earthquake, or Close Combat, are all completely fine to be gobbled up by our Choice Scarf Gliscor, which outspeeds and kills you right from this range. I needed him to take Life Orb Chip, or for him to take Stealth Rocks plus U-turn damage, in order for him to be dead to every single Earthquake roll. And we got there. So that should be the game. Should be the game. No stupid speed shenanigans here. That should be it. Beautiful. We didn't even have to see Poison Heal proc on Gliscor. Gliscor did not take 1 point of damage. That, my friends, is the 8th gym leader. Not sure what was going on with those Rotom calcs. I want to say that both of the Rotoms just had the wrong IVs in the docks, or the wrong natures in the docks. But even like Luxray, I felt like did less damage than it should have. Like there was a lot of weird calcing this fight. I still don't think we ended up risking anything. Like obviously, I guess. Oh, beautiful. I mean, that Z's fine. Pretty easy, though. I guess if he had, like, Thunderbolt crit Tentacruel, right? I mean, that was just such a weird interaction. He must have been Jolly, right? Or he must have been plus speed, right? I mean, I have no idea. That was really weird. But we ended up actually, like, nothing in the fight we actually ended up risking, I don't think. We had a Cherry Berry in case any of those T-Bolts paralyzed me. You have Shell Armor, so you can be crit. You didn't even take a single point of damage. Yeah, it was really just that weird... It was the weird Jolteon switch that I kind of didn't expect. And then it was the weird... Because Jolteon killed me with the Grass Knot there, so I actually have no idea why Jolteon switched. Like, that was really weird to me. And then the Rotom outspeeding me, and the Rotom dying to Giga Drain from, like, 90%. Like, all of that was very odd. So either Rotom has weird stats in this game, or something's wrong with like the EVs, IVs, or sorry, natures. But either way, fight wasn't too bad. We didn't even have to use camera up. I kind of enjoyed my strat for that fight. We were going to basically use Gliscor for 2 Pokemon. I liked how we used the Gliscor U-turn pivot to make sure that like Giga Drain always 2-code, even though we ended up getting a crit. Like, we haven't used Roserade in a while. I like the way we used Shell Armor Torterra to guaranteed set up rocks. We used Choice Specs to kind of play around that stuff. We ended up not outspeeding, and I really liked how I found Azumarill. I was originally going to use Lucario, but Lucario was actually dead to like half rolls of Crunch crit, so I was thinking I could just run Focus Sash, but very glad, very, very glad I ran Azumarill, because Azumarill ended up being crit, was fine anyway, and then still was able to be used as a pivot against Electivire without risking anything. So Azumarill was really, really good. We did lose 1 Water Fairy type, but we still got our other one. And we've only got 2 more fights. The gym challenge is now done. We just have the Elite Four, and out of these 2 more fights, we have 2 rival fights, one of which is Dawn, which will probably be the next one. Weavile's on his way, buddy. And then we've got Barry right before the Elite Four, each of which has 4 different teams. So that will be really, really fun to prep for. I've got about a week to get all that done, but I've taken a little bit of break. We're back grinding, and I'm pretty excited. I had like pretty low motivation for this fight, I'm not gonna lie. I just felt like some of the strategies were really weird, and it's like some stuff just like it felt like it was gonna be wrong. Like when I was doing those Tentacruel counts, I was like, I just know that like Rotom is gonna outspeed me or something. But at that point, it's not even like I made a mistake. It's like the docks were stupid. And I think that's what it was, and I'm fine with that. I did everything I could to play around this fight, and even with the docks, even with every odd going against me, we still did well. We still got crit, we still did well. And we're moving on. So we've only got a couple more encounters, a couple more fights. But I'm looking forward to it. Gliscor is finally back, and is very, very clearly better than ever. I think I quite enjoyed this team, and I'm excited to hopefully get back in to the run, playing well, and having some fun. But I'll let you guys go here, and I'll catch you guys probably for Dawn.